Hi, I'm Steve Thompson, president of Emery Thompson Machine. Today I'd like to show you something brand new which I think is going to be very important to your business, a way to increase the volume that your store can do without overly spending a lot of money and not taking up a lot of space. Those are two good factors when trying to grow your business. A while back I was approached by a friendly competitor of ours, Carpigiani Corporation, who also makes gelato machines. And they asked me if we would be interested in a hardening cabinet. Well, I couldn't say yes fast enough. And I'll explain a little later in this video why you need a hardening cabinet. But a hardening cabinet basically is a specialized freezer that goes to about 25 below zero and maintains that temperature. Any cabinet that you buy can go down to a cold temperature. Chest freezers that we recommend in starting out go to -10, -25 is a dramatic improvement. But when you start loading up that freezer that isn't known as a hardening cabinet or blast freezer, as you put more ice cream into it, more gelato, more Italian ice, the temperature rises and rises quickly. If you put in a 20-degree Fahrenheit product or 18-degree Fahrenheit product and you put a few cans of it into your chest freezer, you'll be okay. And that's how we get people into business. But if you fill it up with a lot of 18 to 20 degree ice cream, the temperature in that cabinet is going to soar because it has so much warm product in it. It could hit 30, 40 degrees. They weren't designed to do that. They were designed to hold ice cream and gelato. They weren't designed to freeze ice cream and gelato. So the temperature goes up, the product melts, it refreezes, and now it's all icy. A hardening cabinet is designed to have a very cold temperature and stay within a very tight range of most likely not going anywhere lower than or warmer than -15, depending on your conditions, temperature conditions in the room and all that. But it's not going to go up to a point where your freshly made ice cream or gelato or Italian ice is going to melt. So let me show you what they came up with. This is made by the company called Victory. Victory is an old line cabinet company based here in the United States in North Carolina. They've been around for a long time and they have been building freezers for a long time. So Carpigiani, and my interest in it too, commissioned them to make a hardening cabinet. Carpigiani and that company, by the way, Victory, are under the same umbrella of companies. So they already had a connection together. So they worked and designed it, and I put in my 2 cents of what I was looking to have come out. And we introduced it as a brand new freezer back in November at the National Ice Cream Retailers Association, now called North American Ice Cream. It's a beautiful cabinet, as you can see. It's all stainless steel. It's got some incredible features to it. It has dual compressors. They're up here. There's a separate compressor for this compartment and one for this. You have digital readouts that tell you what both compartments are doing. And you can set them for different temperatures. I have this one set for -25 below zero because I want both hardening spaces. As I open this, we've taken the shelves out, and it does come with these shelves, so that a bunch of them, so that you can use them for rack storage, for putting in pints, quarts. Pints are a tremendous business right now. That I highly endorse that you do. So this is great for stacking pints. If you want to stack just the large tubs that you see in ice cream parlors, this will handle 24 of them, plus some additional ones. In fact, we have a photo. I'm going to ask my IT department to insert that right now, and you can see, look at all those tubs that are in that go into this freezer and fit comfortably. And you can see in the front there is room for some gelato pans on top of that. Think of what you could do with that filled all with pints. It has, as I said, the dual compressors, different thermostats, heavily insulated. It's running on 110 voltage, 2 plugs. So you don't have to run a special line just for this machine the way you've always had to do with other hardening cabinets that were on the market. You had to run a 220 line. This is all 110 voltage. And I'm using it all at 25 below. You could also use it to have this at 25 below and this at, say, 5 below. So you could harden the ice cream here and then move it down into here to start, as we call, tempering or warming up to scooping temperature. What I like to do with it is have both thermostats set for the coldest temperature. Overnight, this will freeze the ice cream down to unbelievably rock solid. You couldn't possibly scoop this ice cream with a hammer and chisel. And so now I can quadruple the volume that I'm doing in my store, because my original store was put together with an Emery Thompson CB350 making 6 to 7 quarts of ice cream or gelato or ices or dairy-free, all the different products you can make with this with the infinite overrun control. And then you would put it into one of the, as you hear me say in other videos, one of the Sears, Home Depot, or Lowe's chest freezers, a big white freezer with one lid that lifts up. They're only about $800. And let me just step back and say, we used to do stores that cost $125,000, $150,000 to open. But there's a problem with that now. Banks aren't loaning money. They just aren't loaning it to anyone. So you can't walk into a bank and get a $100,000 loan. You can put together $35,000. For $35,000, and also you want to shrink the store. The less square footage you're paying for, the lower your cost. So instead of a 2,000 square foot store, how about 900 square feet? Nice and compact, you always have a line out the door, and the cost to operate is very low. So we're doing stores in the $35,000 range using an Emery Thompson CB350 countertop and the chest freezers from Sears. I can load the chest freezers up a third of the way today, and then it'll freeze down, and then a third tomorrow and a third the next day. If I load it all up at once, boom, there goes the temperature up. So a third, and a third. Need to double your production? Buy a second chest freezer, and you can do third, and third. Now, here you can hear what the problem is. It's only a 900 square foot store. Where am I going to put 2 chest freezers? And what happens after I go beyond 2 chest freezers? That's when you come to us, or Carpigiani, they're selling it too. You come to us and buy one of these, and now you can fill this whole thing with pints, quarts, half gallons, full-size tubs, freeze it overnight, and then move it into your chest freezer. This work has been done. It can now move into your chest freezer. And so you're freeing up space here. You could leave it here for the next 6 months and the ice cream's not going to deteriorate. You don't have to move it out of here. Of course, my little quip is if you've got a tub of ice cream, a tub of bubblegum licorice ice cream in this cabinet, and it's been there for 6 months, the question is it as good as when I made it? The answer is yes, it is. But if you haven't moved your inventory in 6 months, maybe bubblegum licorice ice cream is a lousy flavor and you should get rid of it. But you can see the point here. We can go from here to a chest freezer, and then as the business grows, and I get the phone call, hey, I need a bigger batch freezer. And unfortunately, my answer is, no, you don't need anything bigger than the CB350 right now. You need more storage space, more freezer space. So that's where this will come in. Like I said, it's made by Victory. It's sold by Emery Thompson Machine and Carpigiani Corporation. And I hope you'll give us a call on this. You can reach me, Steve, at emerythompson.com, or call us at area code 718-588-7300.